Recorded live, it's Roster Roast, and today we have a special edition. We're doing djsnoo's Saved Squads. So we're going to jump right into it. First up, we have, Hydra. Hydra Red Skull. And right off the bat, I see the placement's a little bit screwed up.
Order.
Huh?
It's the wrong order. Placement is...
Oh, wrong order. I thought you were saying black order. I was like, am I showing the wrong thing on my screen here? Okay, so yeah, definitely the wrong order. I like Red Skull, then Hydra Armored Guard, then the Sniper, and then the other two don't matter. That's my favorite order for those. As far as ISOs, we've got Healer on Armored Guard, that's good. Striker on Sniper, that's good. Fortify, you don't need Fortifier on Red Skull. You can do that because then by the time he's actually taking damage, it's built up. But I'd put Healer on him just to help keep the other guys alive more. Healer on Scientist, and you've got Raider on Trooper, and those are good ISOs. I think those are pretty good ISOs. Like I said, Healer on Red Skull. Fix your order. Your power level is too little. This is a 74,000 power team. You need to get these guys up to about 200k to where they're posing enough of a threat that people are bringing in an Inhumans team to beat them, or at least a Zemo team to beat them.
Zemo team would destroy 200k easily.
You think Zemo would? Well, the goal is to bring that character in so that they're not using it elsewhere. So, you've got the right people in here. You've got the wrong placement. Pretty decent ISOs. Your power levels are crap. I mean, this team isn't stopping anything. You can bring in any garbage team is going to roll over them at this power level, but you're off to a good start. So I'm going to say a C+. That's optimistic for the future. Next up, okay, Shuri on the Mercs team. All right, this is 103,000 power. So this team isn't going to be stopping anybody at this power level. You're obviously a little bit newer to the game. I'm guessing you're under 300 days. I don't like this placement at all. You need to get your cluster of three. That's the three mercenaries need to be clustered together, and then Shuri and Killmonger. I know Killmonger's a mercenary also. Shuri and Killmonger on one side. I like Taskmaster on the end, followed by the Riot Guard, and then Merc Lieutenant. Let's see. Healer, Skirmisher, Healer, Raider, Healer. I like those. This is a good setup. You could probably put Taskmaster as a striker on this setup because you've only got... Well, no. No, Skirmisher. Yeah, go ahead and do Skirmisher. The other guys... Oh, gosh. There's so many choices. What do you think, Crofty? Should he go Skirmisher, striker, or even Raider? I mean, you're not getting too many combos because of who you've got with.
If you're gonna put any Skirmisher,
yeah.
See, most of Taskmasters are all they're attacking loads of different characters. So I'd probably put him as striker in that team.
Yeah, in this team, striker for the added damage. Really depends. Like if you've got
low the power is.
Yeah, if you've got a big built-up Taskmaster, you definitely want to go as striker for the extra damage. But you could go as Skirmisher right here, and he's just clearing a lot of buffs. He's adding vulnerable to the rest of everybody. The thing is that with this setup, you're only getting really one of the mercenaries is the only one that he's assisting because Lieutenant ends up doing his speed up thing all the time and generating a lot of energy, and then Riot Guard ends up doing his defense almost all the time instead of attacking, and so you're not getting the moves off of that. And of course Shuri's not a merc, so he's not assisting her. So I don't know, striker. You could even do Raider because he's bouncing around and does area of effect attacks. Your placement's really terrible and your power level's too low to warrant any kind of a threat with this team. I'm giving this one a C. Next up is here we got Avengers Wave 1. And you've got Vision in here as your set piece. Personally, I like Thor better on this team, but Vision isn't doing anything on your roster, so it's okay. You can put him in here.
The placement's well off.
Yeah, placement's way screwed up. This is one of the few where you want two tanks and you want them right next to each other, then followed by...
Captain America on the end.
Yeah, Captain America, then Hulk, then Black Widow. And then I would put Thor and then Hawkeye, or Vision for your case. But yeah, because the Asgardians just aren't working anymore. Everybody's breaking them up and doing other things with them now. But yeah, okay, so Vision's on the team. You've got him as Skirmisher. That's not a good idea. I would do Raider because he does AoEs and chain attacks. Healer, you don't need Fortifier on Captain America. You don't need Fortifier on any tank in the game except maybe Strife. So put Healer on Captain America, put Raider on Vision. You have the Striker Skirmisher combo set up for Hawkeye and Black Widow. That's good. I don't know if that's going to do you any good at this low power level, though. You've got a good start here. Fixer placement, change that 1 ISO on Captain America, C+. You are wasting Ultron right here. This is an absolute waste of Ultron. I understand you don't have Ma unlocked, but Ma doesn't need to be on this team for this team to win in like Blitz. You can still use him as a war offense team. Don't use him as a war defense team without the full set, but you can use him on offense. But yeah, you should be putting Ultron with like your hand team or something like that so that they're generating points in Blitz. This is an absolute waste for him. Because you don't want to use his
man with him.
Yeah, you don't want to use his team on defense even with Ultron. There's just better defenses to use Ultron on. For instance, you could put him on that Wave 1 Avengers team, or hell, throw him with your defenders or something. I don't know, anything. Ultron's amazing. You don't need to waste him on this team because this team is good without him.
He carries teams. Ultron is just...
He absolutely does. He absolutely carries teams. That's his use in the game right now, is to make effective Blitz teams.
If he gets his bots off, it's GG's. Just game over.
Right, so pair him up with a Drax or something, and then Ultron goes, and that's it. Like with Hand Sentry. Hand Sentry will put his bots under stealth, and that's a fantastic setup. That's why I run him on my hand team. So get rid of Ultron off this team, although Ultron is supposed to be a striker wherever he goes, so that's good. I'm hearing rumors that Ultron is amazing with the Pimtech team, but I don't use Pimtech right now. Let's see, Cull's on the end. You've got this guy next to Cull, and he goes under stealth, so that's an effective way to utilize him. There's a myriad of ways you can arrange the Black Order. It's really hard to decide. You know, I like to put my Thanos next to Cull, that way when Cull taunts, Thanos is getting hit, and then Cull retaliates. Let's see. You've got Skirmisher, Striker on this team. That's good. I actually have the reverse. I have Striker on Proxima and Skirmisher on Corvus Glaive because she's fast. She doesn't do as much damage, but she's faster, so you get more uses out of that. Raider for Thanos is fine. You can put almost anything on Thanos other than Fortifier.
I'd use it that way. The way he's got it, the Striker on Corvus and the other way. I'd use it that way if I had more red stars on Corvus.
Right. Oh, whoever's got the red stars, use Striker.
Yeah, so you're getting the double hit from that person.
Mm-hmm.
Because mana both 4, I use Proxima as Striker, so she gets the 2 hits right at the start, and I can near enough take out an Emma.
Yeah.
Straight away. Just for that.
No, this is okay. Like I said, absolute waste of resources with Ultron. You have 2 good teams combined into one by doing it this way. So you got to get Ultron off this team. Your ISOs are good. The Black Order is one of those teams where you can do a lot of different ISO variations. So arguing ISOs is kind of pointless. And your placement is the same thing. There's, depending on which mode you're using them in, is going to vary your placement. Basically, get Ultron off this team. Put just about anybody else in here. That's, a medium to good damage dealer. Hell, you could put Gamora in here as long as she's away from anybody who's taunting. And this team will still work as an effective offensive team. If you're going to get serious with them without Ma as an offensive team, who would you use? Minerva? Yeah, Minerva.
I'd put Minerva in there. I had Minerva in that team for so long.
Yeah, you could put Minerva on this team and then even use them on defense because she'll keep that team alive. So I think because you're wasting such good resources, this is a D+. All right, Marauders. Placements off. You want, you want Sabretooth next to Strife, and so swap Sabretooth and Strife, their placement. And then you need to build up your Strife. He needs to be almost as big as Emma and Sinister.
What red stars has he got on? Emma,
I don't know. He took the save squad shot out of the Blitz team instead of out of the actual squad roster, so it's not showing stars and stuff. So note to anybody else watching, if you want to do this, send me roster shots from your actual roster, not the Blitz save squads, because then I can have more detailed information for you.
I think you can even do it if you go into Blitz, and then you look. Yeah, there you go. Do it through that way. So go into Blitz, and then you can rechange your teams. It actually tells you the red stars underneath.
Okay.
Emma.
Healer on Emma. A lot of people are doing healer on Emma because she's got such a big health bar, so that works. You can also do striker on Emma because then she's clearing buffs with her basic. But yeah, I like healer. Sabretooth should probably be Raider or Skirmisher. Skirmisher's okay. I like the same thing with Mystique, either Raider or Skirmisher. You've got her as Raider, that works. Healer on Sinister is effective. And then, like I said earlier, Strife is the only tank that you should ever use Fortifier on. If you're not going to use Fortifier, then use Healer, so you've got that here. Your power levels and placement are the only thing you need to work on in this team is a B-. Supernatural, an offensive team. And I don't have to scream about people putting them on defense because this is your safe squads. So I'm hoping you don't have them on defense. They're an awesome offensive team. I like Ghost Rider next to... Oh, I need to be over here so you can see what I'm doing. Oh, all this time you guys couldn't see where my mouse was. I like Ghost Rider next to Doctor Strange. And then the rest doesn't really matter where your placement is. Let's see, power levels. You've got Mordo powered up because you're going after Phoenix. And that's fine. Mordo's a good character. You need to be bringing up the power levels in Ghost Rider and Doctor Strange also. The other two don't matter so much. There's definitely some T4s that have to go on Doctor Strange, like his double revive turns out to be pretty useful. And then the one that puts his deflects on when the enemy gains a bonus, he gets a deflect. And you need that because Doctor Strange is squishy and everybody knows to go after Doctor Strange, but if you're using him on offense, the AI is stupid and those deflects are enough to keep him alive. So,
because you've just done Doom.
Striker on Ghost Rider, good. Skirmisher on Mordo, okay. I kind of like Raider. You can use Raider on Elsa. You can also use Striker on Elsa. She is a damage dealer. Healer on Scarlet Witch. I don't really like that on her. Her health bar is so low. It's kind of negligible benefit. I kind of like her as a skirmisher or as a raider. She has that AoE attack. But I kind of like her as a skirmisher. And then Doctor Strange needs Fortifier. He's a squishy character. You want to keep him alive. So Fortifier is good on that one. So maybe think about those ISOs. Definitely adjust your power levels and get your placement arranged. I mean, this isn't absolutely necessary, but Ghost Rider can take some hits. He has some self-healing in there. So I'd move Ghost Rider next to Doctor Strange. Just get him off the end anyway. What's my grade for that, huh? I don't know. It's not bad, actually. I'd like
C plus.
What do you think?
C plus.
C plus?
Just because of the powers.
Yeah, I think C plus. Okay. All right. This is sort of a Guardians team, sort of a BKT. You could remove Drax and put in Thanos from your Black Order team until you get Ebony Maw unlocked. Or you could put in Vision in this spot and put Thor on your Asgardians. Those are some good substitutes. Yeah, Vision on this team makes this team what is called Tech Nerva. And that works out really well when you get your Striker on Star-Lord, Striker on Rocket Raccoon, and then Skirmisher on Groot. And if you don't have Drax in here, that'll give you a triple hit combo with Rocket, and a quadruple hit combo with Star-Lord 50% of the time. Just the way their kits work out. I can go into a long explanation how that works, but Striker, Skirmisher on these guys, get rid of Drax, and they really start popping off with damage. Drax is okay on this team, though. I mean, he's got some synergy. He's sped up a little bit by Star-Lord's passive, I believe. Minerva keeps this team running. You could also throw in a summoner on this team instead of Drax, and then whenever the summons die, it's just candy for Minerva. Power levels. You know what? I kind of like these power levels, actually. Drax doesn't need a lot of power to take hits, although I don't like him as skirmisher. You should put him as healer. She's healer. He should be skirmisher. And then, yeah, Rocket and Star-Lord being really powerful. Minerva you're using elsewhere, so that makes a lot of sense. I like the placement, actually, because you want Groot to die, so he's in the middle. And then Star-Lord's on the edge, feeding just Rocket. Oh my god, how many times am I going to do that today? Feeding Rocket energy so he pops off. So, placement's good. ISOs need some work. Your power levels are okay. It's a 240 power level team, so don't be using them on defense. They're going to get mowed over. And I would replace Drax with somebody better. I'm going to give you a C for this team. It's not too bad. It's not shabby. All right. Symbiotes. And we have decent power levels. You've got your 3 best players are your 3 biggest players. Oh, wait. Yeah, you want Anti-Venom to be a little bit bigger than Scream, I guess. I mean, you really want them all powered up. They're a great team. You use them everywhere. Fantastic raid team. Good for offense. Absolutely crushes Asgardians. Placement on this team isn't such a big deal other than you want Anti-Venom on one end and you want Scream on the other end. And then the rest doesn't really matter. Power levels are good. You have 3 strikers, 1 skirmisher, 1 raider. Nobody's assisting anybody on this, I don't think. So, yeah, I like that. You could, yeah, I kind of like those, right? We like those ISOs, don't we?
Yeah, those are good.
Okay. Yeah, decent power levels. Like I said, you need to move Scream to the outside. So, yeah, invest more in this team. They're a great team. Get some T4s in your main 3. You got to have that T4 in Carnage so that he gives that extra 10% turn meter on the death, or when an enemy goes down to 25% health. That's got to happen. That makes this team just amazing. I'm going to give you an A- on this team. It's not bad. And that's your last team. We got through all 8, didn't we? Oh, okay. So, yeah, this has been DJ Snoo's save squads list. If you want to have your save squads or your war defense gone over, just take some screenshots. Prefer the vertical screenshot on the save squads, especially if you can do the one out of your actual save squads list that has all the different information shown here. So take a shot of that, and you can send that to me through Discord. It's run7 number 4041. I'll try and get that link in the description below. If you like what you saw, give me a like. If you didn't like what you saw, leave a comment and let me know why. See what I can fix. And as always, don't just have a good game, be good to each other. Thanks.